Hi, thank you for taking the moment to watch this recording on the new editions that iReady has come out with in February of 2013. There are two things that I want to show you. First of all, they have updated the Reports tab, and they've divided it up into class and student reports and added a couple of options for you. So I'm going to take you through a tour of the reports. The second thing I want to show you is how to find the new lessons that iReady has added for reading. So I'm going to start on the Reports tab. And the first thing I'd like for you to notice is on this blue bar, you now have two options. You have class reports and you have student reports. What you'll find here are the same reports that you are used to, but they're divided into reports that show overviews for a group, for class norms, grouping profile, and the class response to instruction. And then on the student reports, you'll find all of those individual reports. You'll find the student profile report, student response to instruction, the parent report, and the two standards reports. All of these reports are exactly the same as they were before. They're just divided into two separate sessions. So you can see class reports and you can see student reports, reports for a group or reports for an individual. Under the student reports, one of the reasons they have divided this into student and class is that you now have the option to print out batch reports for students. What this means is that you can see student profile overview or student profile detail just as you would in an individual report without having to run reports for each individual student. You can print them out as a batch. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm just going to show the student profile detail. The difference between the two of these, the overview shows that very first overview page of the student profile report. It does not show you all of the tabs for each domain. So if you print a student profile overview, you're getting that student profile overview tab if you had run a regular student profile report. The student profile detail will show you all of the tabs that you would see on the student profile report. So you'll get to see what they did in each domain, recommendations for each domain, and how they scored. These reports, the biggest difference is the number of pages in addition to the information that you see, overview or detail. The overview report is about 2 to 3 pages per student. The student profile detail is 8 to 16 pages per student. So it just gives you more detailed information. I'm going to go ahead and click on the parent report just to show you what your options are. You have the same report criteria that you have if you had just run an individual report or even one of the group reports, but you now have this new option called batch. Under batch, you can choose all students. Some classes, if you have more than 20 students in your class or more than 20 students available to print, it will show the students in batches of 20 to keep the reports from getting too overwhelmingly large in file size because they do print for many students at once. So I'm going to go ahead and click on all students and create report. And it says it can be very, very long. And then this is an example. I'm just going to resize this here so you can see it in the window. This is an example of what you would see for this demo class. So for this student, you can see you've got a few pages and it's just the parent report that you see. And then we have the second student. And then we have the third student. So this just gives you the parent report for each student as if you had run each report individually over here in the individual report, but you run it for a whole group of students. So that's the big difference with the reports. They have separated it into class reports and student reports, and under student reports, they've given you the option to print several at a time. The second thing that I want to show you is how to find the 8th grade lessons that have recently been added in reading. We now have lessons in reading through 8th grade. So this is really exciting, and I want to show you how to find those. The Resources tab does have a list of reading lessons, but the 7th and 8th grade lessons have not yet been added to that list. The easiest way to find those lessons is if you go to Extra Lessons, and you can select your reading class and select any student. And I'm going to go ahead and click Add Lessons. The lessons go through 8th grade in vocabulary and comprehension. So I'm just going to click on comprehension so you can see how to access these and click next. And you're just going to pretend you're adding lessons. You just hit cancel at the end is the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. You can see now we've got 7th grade and then 8th grade lessons. And there are several lessons on comprehension for 8th grade. In order to see that lesson, you can click on the lesson title. So this very first 8th grade lesson, if you click on the title, there's the tutorial and the quiz. You can see the standards that it covers. And if you'd like to view the tutorial or quiz, it shows you exactly the lesson that the student sees. So it gives you an idea of what they have added for comprehension, and you can do the same for vocabulary. I'm going to go ahead and click cancel because I don't want to add a lesson to the student's account. And I'm going to show you vocabulary as well. And again, if you scroll down, there are 4 8th grade lessons for vocabulary. So you can again view them. You can click on the title, view the tutorial or quiz, and see the Common Core or California State Standards associated. Those are the major changes in iReady. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, you can email me, Angie Coville, or you can come to iReady office hours. I hope to see you there. Have a great day.